You think he actually didn't want to be there, or was that just all for the show? Is he a showman?
I think he enjoys it, but he's not a smiler.
I think so too.
Right then, we'll go to the knife round as the third and final map. It's knives to decide where this goes. Give me the first person. Show me the knives, man. Show me the knives.
What kind of skins are we working with here?
What is this all about anyway, right?
Yeah.
Knives.
Oh, that was domination, actually.
There we go. Where do they choose to start? Cloud9. Let's see. Some go CT side.
Do you think it matters, James, where you knife? In middle or long A?
I think there's more space in long. I think it's offensive for people who've played the game longer that people now knife in mid.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
Go long A, people.
Yeah, what are you doing, man? I just go with people because I want to go together with the team to win the knife, but it's irritating that people go mid. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourselves. Well then, Cloud9 will start on the CT side, which doesn't always go well on Dust 2. But let's have a look, see. JT's got a defuse kit and a flashbang. Floppy is trying to find headshots, but it's Super Mario Brothers. Everyone's jumping around, but still they'll land. The headshots jumping doesn't really help. Miku and Nifty remain now, and now it's just Nifty. Nifty versus 4 with the bomb inside the B bomb site. They'll still face, they don't care. They've got the lineup, they've got multiple players facing. And that will go pretty damn well for Cloud9. That was a very fast pistol round.
That was a fast pistol round. Man of the match stepping up hugely. And man, I think Envy may have fluffed a flashbang or something went wrong because they had those 2 FBs, but when they were going into the site, it didn't seem like those flashes were as optimal as they could have been. But looks like it's going to be a huge deco coming out of Envy here. No scouts though. No armor. I like this buy out of Envy. I like it a lot.
Very well-timed flashbang from Cloud9, which limits what they could do towards long. But Cloud9 won't even hold on to long. They won't even try. Maybe confident that that flash was enough with the quick peek. They will concentrate the forces elsewhere. Sonic will be the point man with the FAMAS, and his team, there's going to be a big battle here. They're going to be up close with these pistols. It's an interesting approach, but maybe it'll catch Envy off guard. Look at the wipeout. That was the last thing they were expecting after the presence from Cloud9 towards long. Taking the game away before Envy can even line up for a peek.
That was really nice, and there's no way Envy expected 3 defenders to be in their faces as soon as they turned that corner. They couldn't even wide swing there. I'm sure that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to W and wide swing there, but the bullets, the stray bullets just hitting.
That's a great result for Cloud9.
Absolutely.
Now, does Legia have strats to counter Cloud9 on long once the buy rounds come in? That round is not now. Pistols again with 1 flash for Envy. Another molly. You could see they were lined up. Nifty has got the flashbang for his teammates, but they weren't expecting another incendiary. Oh, there could be a HE behind it as well. Come on, please, please. HE in the smoke. Oh, it won't happen. It won't happen. Sonic's got a flash though for his teammate to peek. Nice. The support is here. 1 by blue taken out. We'll take that pistol duel, which is okay for Nifty as well if he gets the reload in. OC's on the way now with the FAMAS. Nifty's at the point of no return. 3-0 for Cloud9. Solid stuff, good start.
Solid stuff. Now this is where it counts the most. Coming out, I'm looking specifically towards JT and Sonic, the South African duo. We saw their B hold on Inferno in the last map kind of fall under the pressure. And this long A, it's just as important. So I'm curious to see. It looks like Sonic, he's got that AWP spawn. Is he going to be going towards long A or middle?
Well then, very nice, fast incendiary towards long. The fast plays there from Envy. They'll stick 2 towards B early. B halls. And now what? We've got Nifty with the AWP in the suicide position. Now, if you jump on the boxes, you can see towards Cat. Otherwise, it's a blind spot. And indeed, we've got the double nades trying to counter Cloud9 once again. Hard counters being attempted by Envy. Did raise the question, and we saw a tease. Sonic's arm was showing, or leg, or something. Down to 20. Interesting that he has AWP rather than OC. He has been very underwhelming with the sniper rifle in this series, it has to be said.
Yeah, he's already low from that Nifty popping off on that elbow shot. So he's probably going to be a little scared to make some plays here. He's certainly not going to be the playmaker.
He's moving towards A now through spawn quietly, not giving the game away. So Envy've got position on Cat. The bomb is outside long at present. It'll be given to Nifty. So maybe Moose has another job to do.
Ooh, this upper B clear, though. This is huge for Cloud9.
Yeah, it really is. Sonic's got a molly as well, which he could choose to throw towards Cat.
Oh,
just to delay the push. Oh no, he didn't even check the corner properly. But OC's here as well to hold position. That's really key. That molly was indeed thrown. OC now towards B while the push is coming in towards that A bomb site. MOTM just playing anti-flash. Sonic running distraction. MOTM could be a masterstroke here. They haven't seen him at all. Sonic with 3. That was huge.
Wow, Sonic. Nice shots to close that out, but you're right. Man of the match had the goblin spot on top A. There was no way Envy were going to clear him out, so that was that insurance plan, that backup plan. And MOTM played that to perfection, not showing, not giving away too much, and making sure he's going to close out that round if Sonic misses those shots. But hey, thank God Sonic didn't miss those shots. Is he back? Is he back in this match?
I was not expecting him to land that shot where he jumped up at all. Caught me completely off guard.
That third kill, though.
Yeah, it was outrageous. I've seen plenty of outrageous things in this series so far, and that can be added to it. Envy now looking for a late push in long. JT's in trouble here. He's by blue. Well, that smoke will certainly help. Now, if there's a push that comes through, Sonic is on A with 2 flashes, which he can use as support flashbangs for JT, who's now in a pit playing anti-flash already. So they're expectant of this. And that's something that people don't realize. If you've got a sniper playing car, one of his jobs is also support flashes, the long push and so on. Very important role.
Very important.
He needs to make sure he not only has the AWP but the flashbangs as well. Here comes the push, and there's the initial grenades already deployed by Sonic. There's the second one. No kills yet though, but it might be an angle for Sonic to hold the upper ground. Indeed there is. Got to be careful. The T's will create some space, and here comes the hunt. Oh my god, the CTs might be over-investing in this if they push. Their teammate's gone. MOTM needs to fall back here. 45 seconds, and he's taken out. That's a fatal mistake. 3 on 3, super awkward now for Cloud9. Sonic stuck by the car. There is an incendiary as well for Moose.
The HP on Envy, so low here. Floppy should be holding down this long A after he clears this cat.
Still with the AWP is Sonic. Gonna have to go for a quick scope. There's the incendiary. He'll take one with him though. Faster transfer with the Krieg as well. Easy for OC.
That's a nice kill. That's a nice recovery coming out of Cloud9. Considering the circumstances, that was a nice wall of smokes for Envy to cut off any sort of help coming JT's way. And you were right, those flashbangs were so crucial to help JT out. Unfortunately, he whiffs those first couple of shots. That is unfortunate, but you know what? It's a nice recovery from Cloud9. You hate to see teams losing rounds like that.
Envy still looking for their first round here on the T side of Dust 2. A 5-0 start is fantastic for Cloud9. They have some aggression towards that short position. Sonic is just, he's just going nuts.
He's back, James.
He was cold, but now he is running hot like he's got the aces. 5 on 4 for Cloud9. MOTM looking for yet more aggression. Rabid, relentless aggression. Early incendiary, just in case.
You can see Envy posturing for some sort of a B mid split here. They're trying to put some pressure towards this middle. They've already got a smoke down, but that smoke does not have much time left on it.
This is a weird round because there's no possession of cats. Oh boy, OC saved by the door. MOTM still on cat. They have no possession of cat. It's the standard take here for a T side. There's so much information. Mihi walking away, and that's the bomb. Where you going? MOTM will deliver a second kill onto Moose. This has been a great round for Cloud9 so far. They're so proactive, constant pop flash plays for information, and no response from Envy. They haven't taken the map control, and it's cost them. Ryan in a 1 versus 4. This is a mess. It's a hot mess.
It is a hot mess, but you know what? MOTM, he's so slippery. He's always finding these holes, and pushing forward, and yeah, Ryan, of course, he loses out when two members are just shooting at you there. But MOTM, what a stud, man. He's been doing this all series long, from the first to second map, and now on this Dust 2, the timings. He sees the Molotovs and the flashbangs coming. He knows that's his opening. And man, Envy, they just don't even, they're not awares.
You can't take Cat for granted versus Cloud9. That's something that Envy have learned in this round. Now, again, it's 0-6, but there is time to... They need to take these lessons away with them, Envy, and like, okay, we need to actually have our presence there. Otherwise, it's going to be, you know, we're going to be punished for it. Otherwise, it's an unknown, and the unknown cost them the round. It
is an unknown, and we haven't seen Envy really going for any sort of a fast play, you know? We haven't seen them utilizing their long A spawn. We haven't seen them, you know, DDK and Sean broke down that B mid split from Fun Plus Bears, pushing out that mid DD. That's the most vulnerable spot for the beginning of the rounds for CTs. We haven't seen very fast-paced rounds coming out of Envy. It's all been very slow, and when
methodical.
It's very, yeah, slow and methodical,
trudging.
Working the maps. But it's not working out very well for them at the moment.
No, it's not. They Cloud9 have a clean sheet. And in round number 7 on the CT side of Dust 2, that is really strong a position. Plenty of CS to be played. Cloud9 are setting the pace on the defensive side of Dust 2. That's quite something. And so are those odds for Envy. Those odds are horrible. 5.39. Sorry. There's a lot of value to be had. And once again, now it's Sonic's turn to take liberties on Cat alone, no less, with no one in mid. Now, this is only good for a certain amount of time. He'll be flashed mid position. Support was on the way, and it seems that MOTM is considering something. Don't just hold it again. Let's take liberties. Give us a reason to stop doing this, say Cloud9. Utility for mid doors. This is a pistol round, if you will, for Envy. And we've got some grenades. They've showed some presence. They've suggested a mid to B, but it's not. But it is a B.
No one's biting quite yet, and MOTM is going to be strong help to this B. But he's cheating towards A at the moment. This might be the timing Envy are looking for.
Ooh, there's a crossfire from Double Stack, but OC just ate a little too much flashbang. Otherwise, he really could have helped his teammate out there. Now they've lost a Krieg and an M4 on the bomb site. MOTM has some intentions, but doesn't quite get there. Calix is able to take out a running, spraying CT in MOTM. And Envy are going to find their first round on the board.
Man, and the first round on the board is up on the back of a couple of Deagles and a couple of CZs. Just a few flashbangs. But this was a nice read coming out of Envy, you know. We had Nifty, and I believe it was Moose outside of Long A in the beginning of that round. They just made some noise, threw a couple of flashbangs to kind of keep the defenders towards that Long A, and you saw Moose cheating, MOTM cheating towards A to help out that A defense, and it really weakened their defense towards that B, and that's when Envy chooses to pounce, and that timing, that was beautiful.
Cloud9, this will be an expensive round for them. They lost about $18,000.
Ouch.
But they've got the cash to buy. And the blue screens have begun.
Of course.
We had a lot of blue screens yesterday. And Ricky has had his blue screen. That would be Floppy. He has timed out, so we may be a minute or two. So 6-1 for Cloud9. First round on the board for Envy. I mean, 6 rounds to basically start the game. If you can, you know, 6-1 up, basically. Envy get their first round, you've got 6 already on the CT side. That's fantastic.
That's definitely fantastic, especially because Envy haven't made these rounds very close up until now. At least they you know, after a round like this, when you half buy and you just full on rush and you win with such ease, it can really get yourself back into the round. Like, oh, it was that easy. We got into the site. So this could be exactly the type of round Envy needed to start turning things around. But what are you pulling up here, James?
I want to see the map statistics here for Dust 2. So they're both at 67%, but Cloud9 have played 3 times the amount of maps, 9 to the 3 of Envy. So Envy's is a question mark, really. It could end up being more over a longer period of time. I suppose it's a coin flip, but again, that start is so rough for them. It's so difficult. Since we have a moment while this computer is restarted, why don't you reiterate what you read from I'm a Pet's comments about leaving EG. He had some.
boy.
He had something to say.
He had some choice
He had some
words.
bars.
No, he didn't. He didn't. It wasn't that dramatic, but he did mention that he didn't get along with Stanislaw and Tarek at all. It seems like there was some issues as to how they wanted to approach the strategical side of things. I know that Chet was the analyst for CLG Blue along the way back in the day, so he has a relationship with Tarek formulating way back in like 2016. So I was surprised to read that the main issue he had was with Tarek.
After that period of time as well, I think it's interesting the coach positions, depending on your background as well as a coach and how much respect you get from the strong or stronger personalities on the team. Whereas I'm sure some people have been ignored. One example would be the classic NIP squad, who had a bunch of coaches where they didn't really listen to anybody but threat. For the longest time, let's say pre-Peter. So it can be a problem where.
Yeah, I mean, and the coach's job is so difficult. Here we are. We're back in it.
We're
the
back.
blue screen. That was a fast turnaround.
It was indeed. Double AWPs for Cloud9. Sonic is firing on all cylinders at present. 9 for 5. Had a lot of impact frags. Floppy started slow after his valiant effort on the previous map. Calix and Ryan with more like quick inroads towards the B halls. Once again, Cloud9 have significant presence on Cat. And Envy is starting slow, very slow indeed. Floppy, though, has been taken out behind the smoke.
That was a spam through the smoke, right?
Yeah, looks like it. That's a big pickup for them. MOTM, though, will still hold position on Cat, but he's starting to back off with a flashbang. That's what I mentioned on previous Dust 2s. Like, if you see a T player right-click the smoke, which lands on the pin or whatever it is for the door, some players will run away because spray comes in. So you've got to be careful. JT creeping in the smoke, and Envy have got some cheap kills in this round, which has pretty much closed the round out. And it's crushed the money for Cloud9.
It really has. Man, how things can turn so fast. And Moose, he's so aware, just waiting for that smoke play, the potential smoke play, and reading JT right off the bat. But at this point, it's going to be really challenging for Cloud9 to actually be able to save these guns, I believe, unless MOTM has some sort of huge play over at this Cat, which he... Nope.
Well, I mean, just with a click of the finger, Cloud9 have got no money, and Envy are all the way back into this game unless they lose to Eco again. A kill through the smoke, and it only got better from there. And just like that, you've got no money.
You've got no money. You know, and this is one of those things that Cloud9 have been struggling with, is once you have a lead, you just kind of take the foot off the gas pedal. Even you saw MOTM there rotating off a Cat to try to make it to top A. I'm not sure if he just was trying to timing Envy and make it to the cross before they did, or if he was unaware that they were about to cross. But it does seem like there's some sort of a disconnect with their communication here. At least in the last 2 rounds, because Envy have won them out with ease.
Cloud9 were looking to burst on long. They decided to go for Cat, and it seems that might have been the play. Ooh, chain flashes in different directions. USBs are back, but oh, Nifty, I thought he might have got 2 there, but he didn't. We got a 3-on-3. Envy backing off, so there might be rifles to be collected here. We have a Krieg for OC, but Ryan has taken the B bomb site. Nifty has an angle to keep lower B safe. Now, what do they choose to do, Cloud9? Do they go for a 3-on-3?
No.
Or do they just hold on to these Kriegs? I suppose it'll be the latter. They've got no Kevlar. This is a huge pickup. 2 Kriegs for the buy rounds to come.
Yeah, definitely, especially considering how much on welfare Cloud9 have been for the last 3 rounds. This should give them a nice little cushion going to the next round.
Food stamps. Envy move to 3. This is actually a humongous pickup for how bad a situation Cloud9 have suddenly found themselves in. This is a dramatic improvement. A Krieg on the B bomb site especially,
Oof.
I think is like one of the best positions for a CT with a Krieg.
Absolutely.
Just like on any map. It's
so
strong.
strong.
Just shred people going through. Shred them.
Yeah, it's almost not even fair at that point when a Krieg is defending that B bomb site. Let's see if they pass it over to Floppy, because he is that B anchor. He's got it.
Use the bank up. Well, looks like he's playing his spawn.
Oh no! All right.
Towards long. So who's going to go B? Maybe it's OC.
Okay, yeah. OC is definitely the secondary.
There we go. Put yourself in a position to win. The Krug is on the way towards B. A 4-man investment on long, but with a few flashes from Envy, they'll abandon ship and go towards Cat. Old Faithful.
I think they know no one's in the pit. Envy have been so quiet this round. They're just walking out, no nades. This is completely dry. This is going to catch Cloud9 unawares if they keep pushing their luck here. We've already got Mihu in the pit. And you can see the adjustments coming out of Envy, the communication. They've got full long control. They're pulling back their 2 B players in Ryan and Calyx. And I think they're going to try to set up for an A split here, but they do need that cat control. So they need to buy themselves at least 20 or 30 seconds here.
Cat has been a problem for Envy for most of this half. Smoker's up on Cat on Xbox, which the CTs can hide behind, but you don't know what's around the corner, and at this point of the round, maybe you don't want to go for that. But now we've got Sonic moving back from Cat. Fearful of the play. Still with 2 players on B, but they're lining up together for Miyu to be taken out. Now the support flashbangs above the palm tree from MOTM. Calyx in the smoke. Variants being invited for both squads now. Calyx through the corner of the smoke. MOTM still in the smoke. Nifty still in the pit. Right top mid, the C team somehow getting these kills. Bombs on the floor, the swing is there, a trade there, just about from Floppy. Nifty was close, but no dice. Ryan now alone on Cat with 17 seconds to find 3 players, one of which is on long with the bomb exposed on long itself. That was never going to happen. I don't know how Cloud9 survived with that many players, but they did.
They did, and that was a strong hold coming out of Cloud9. I thought Mihu had the play. He certainly was in position to make a huge play. He peeked that CT spawn long crossing before the smokes even bloomed, trying to catch Cloud9 off guard. And man, if he gets that clean kill first initially, I think this round looks completely different. But great job from Cloud9 to make sure they don't get caught off guard in those moments.
2-1-2 set up for Cloud9, and looks like they want to go hiking from the B bomb site. It's going to be a hard angle to peek. Ryan's got the right eye. About 50-50 on the corner of engagement if Floppy continues forward.
Now this is deja vu. Last time Ryan was not able to punish and get the 2K, which it seems like most players, they want to make sure they punish this and finish off the 2 kills.
Rare round where Envy are taking Cat uncontested. So they may identify some kind of change from Cloud9. Doesn't mean aggression elsewhere though. How patient will Ryan be? It seems the CT will be less. Takes out the first player straight away, and there's no response from OC whatsoever. Maybe looking for more.
Get out of there.
Sonic. Ooh, that's the bomb he sees on the radar. He's got to defend it, surely, even with the smoke up. That's surely the way to win the run, but no. They're going to leave it. He's creeping through the smoke. What on earth? MOTM trades, but Ryan is here from the B bomb site. And now JT is alone. Well, I guess they maybe read a bomb recovery and a rotation towards B. Massive gambles were made. The house was put on the line.
Yeah, massive gambles indeed. And this was a beautiful setup for Envy, you know, just spread out all across the map, working the map in their default standard positions, but they just are able to punish Cloud9 in their proactive plays. And Ryan stepping up huge, once again, getting that double kill. Of course, OC didn't respond or react, weirdly enough. But last time, Ryan wasn't able to capitalize on that. So once again, Envy posturing for this comeback, posturing to try to make a stand on this 3rd map.
I feel like OC was gambling that someone else would be there. He's expecting someone to be towards the left. So, I can't see why else he wouldn't respond to that kill.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out. Did not work out. Cloud9 now with 3 USPs and a Desert Eagle. The doors have been opened once again for Team Envy to come back in this T half and get a respectable scoreline. 7 rounds on the CT side is super solid for Cloud9 at this point, and there's time for more. I would expect they'll be on the buy in the next round. Ryan doing 360s out the door, not finding anything just yet, but Floppy is creeping. There are no flashes here for Cloud9. MOTM, only MOTM moving up with JT by the car. So they're all doing different things. Here comes the push and Floppy will finish off the damage. Now he's got an AWP in the pit and there's a crossfire. They don't know how many CTs are here. This could end in disaster. Here comes the swing. Floppy looking to help as well. The bomb stuck by Blue.
And Floppy has an AWP now. Oh, see, this is a huge kill.
Oh, that's gonna fix it. And they should. That was awkward. That was DDK and an elevator level awkward.
That was really awkward. And Envy are so lucky to have Floppy not find an opening with that AWP. As soon as he picked it up in that pit, things got so dicey for Envy. They gotta be counting their lucky stars there.
Envy on the catch-up. 5 of the last 6 rounds. Cloud9's momentum has disappeared. They're on the buy once more, however. They've got the AWPs out once again. Where's Sonic's magic gone? He's 14 for 9, but Cloud9 need more from him. JT eating some flashes as Cloud9 take long. Envy weren't contesting it. They'll allow Cloud9 to use their initial grenades, of which there aren't many left. MOTM and OC got full nades, and that's almost it.
Really trying to set up a rhythm towards this long, make sure that none of the Envy members are in that cave. So you're right, they've dumped most of their utility from the A players into that long A cave, and now Envy are just once again slowly going to be coming out this long A. They've done this before. This will be the 3rd time they've done this. JT's under immense pressure, and he does get that first clean kill. Nice flashbang coming out of Sonic to help him out in this sticky situation.
Yeah, but those flashes have come and gone. OC might not get there fast enough. We've got double mollies almost in the same place. And he will finally get taken out. MOTM creeping forward. That smoke will create some space as well. And with OC's flashes, he will choose to fall back. But they've lost position. Calix is up top now. 3 on 3. But OC will trade the frag from a very dangerous position. Moose holding an angle. But with only 2 players left, what can they expect to do? Got a boost onto the site for MOTM. They don't know for sure, I think, at this point that both players are still on long. For Envy, mollies are up. Moose taking an off angle. Moose, MOTM. I think in case of molly or something towards Gandalf. OC found a kill from I don't know where. I guess the smoke hasn't popped just yet. And they'll take out Moose as well. 8 rounds for Cloud9, 3 survive, which is really important since their money kind of sucks right now.
That was a nice long A hold from JT, all things considered. I know he only got the 1 frag, but you know, he bought a lot of time. He utilized his teammates' flashes pretty well, and the whole point is he made it so difficult for Envy to actually formulate any sort of idea of how to press forward and press the issue. So it was a really nice defense coming out of Cloud9.
2 rounds left in the first half. Nifty looking for a peek or someone to make a cheeky play towards lower tunnel, but there is no such. And it all goes quiet. MOTM with the M4, holding an off angle in mid, looking for creepers to come from lower tunnel. Calix makes his way out. And back in again. 3 players around the mid doors for NP. More of a traditional default for them with the grenades towards Cat. They were lacking at the beginning. MOTM will try to keep mid secure. Sonic's by the car with the AWP. Next to no grenades left for Cloud9. They better hope they don't need a retake towards B.
And Moose is doing a really good job keeping the pressure onto JT here towards long, but you see he's leaving it. I think this might be a B mid split jumping off Cat.
Moose could throw him into B smoke from long. That box on the radar at the bottom right of where he is.
Oh no, I think Moose is still trying to go along, maybe?
We've got another lurk smoke towards short, so maybe it'll be an A play after all.
Here we go. MOTM, man of the match. This is it.
Avangar smokes. Oh, he's going to have the biggest flank of all time. His teammates helping out as well. When is it time to creep? MOTM got to start moving. Oh no, he's fallen off! No!
That's not it.
There was so much.
Oh, that's a double!
That's a roll. Oh, Calix has got 1 HP. MOTM and the jumping frags. Style points. They take 0 damage in that round. 500 HP clutch.
Ow. You know, MOTM jumping off, that was all calculated. Let's say that. Let's say he fell off the ledge on purpose because the defense, you're right, 100 HP, no damage taken, and it was looking pretty good for Envy. They were posturing for that heavy cat hit. And how did they do 0 damage, James?
They did 0 damage. Absolute 0. Playing with polystyrene.
Oh.
Ooh. I thought with the faster movement speed, Nifty might be on for it, but OC was just faster. 3 players lower B halls for Envy, 4 versus 5 now. Moose with a scout. A scout, 2 Kriegs, and a Galil. 2 players with flashes. Mihu with the 1 smoke, which has been deployed for the mid to B. It's just have to be it. There's a big man investment from Cloud9 towards long. Rotation would be fairly tiresome, although MOTM has already made his way back towards CT spawn.
This is going to be a huge round for OC. With that AWP on the back of B platform. Will Calix's flash be... What is he lining up? A flashbang?
Well, line up some... sorry for your lost cards for his teammates. 2 versus 3 now as they try to plant a bomb. The scout's been upgraded. MOTM's done his job. 2 versus 1. As Calix needs to still cross to plant the bomb, and there's no more grenades for him. Maybe there's a smoke on the floor. With 40 seconds, he's looking for a flank at least. There is a grenade on the body though. Maybe there isn't. What's he gonna do? It's a risky play. Does Sonic have the flick? If he goes closer, will he get legged instead? He's been hurt for sure. That molly will help actually avoid the angle, or maybe it won't. 10-5 for Cloud9. A monstrous CT side for them.
Monstrous CT side indeed, and even a comeback. And I'm surprised to see Floppy there with only 3 kills. But, you know, I think his position, he was running around the map. We saw him towards B. We saw him towards A.
Yeah.
So he's certainly the player that's just helping out Cloud9. But you're right. It was a great defense coming out of Cloud9.
Break time. Second half. After the break, see you back here shortly. right? The fans thought it was like Mexican tacos, and he kind of ran with it. With Zaiwu, his name was Ziwu, but people called him Zaiwu, and he says his name is Zaiwu, even though it's Ziwu, right? Just like forgetting about the past. MOTM, by default, everyone thinks man of the match, including me. But it wasn't man of the match. But if you ask me, it says it is man of the match, even though it never used to be. But people are just giving up and just like...
Yeah. They're just like, we'll just call him man of the match. Whatever.
So who knows? It could mean anything now. You can decide your own acronyms. If Envy lose this, they are out. They are ejected from the premises. They are escorted away by guards. And they can't take the toilet paper. 5 USPs out for Envy. No surprises there, it being a pistol round. 2 flashes for Moose. Oh, and there's a headshot delivered by Mihu. Takes OC out. There's presence shown from JT. But how many more are around that corner? A question for Envy. They've got 3.5 players towards that A bomb site. JT really trying to sell it. Just the one smoke grenade. They're creeping Envy. They're swinging now. But there's a 3-on-1 on the B bomb site in the meantime. They're charging in now. Ryan's lost his position. Awkward. Molotov towards the window. Double stack plant from Floppy. There's a chance for Cloud9 if they can frag out. No retake grenades, no flashes for Envy. They were sold a fake.
Oh, no.
Why is the knife out? No! Oh my god, how's he still alive? He thought he could pick up the USP for free. He didn't know what was around the corner. There are 5 players alive. That could be a fatal mistake. Floppy alone now. Who knows what may have happened? Maybe nothing. Maybe it will be the same.
This pistol round was kind of bonkers coming out of Cloud9, but it was kind of amazing coming out of Envy. Just the fact that Mihu completely deletes OC towards that long A. You even saw him trying to stop that smoke from covering the long A crossing, but that B hit, that was uninspiring, James.
Yeah. It's one of those things you instantly regret when you just go to pick up a weapon you've just dropped, and there's a guy around the corner just shoots you for free. Just that one time you don't check if anyone else is there, especially in a 3-on-5. Ooh, nifty. That's a spicy one.
That's a good start.
It is indeed. However, Cloud9 have taken long, and their buy needs to be identified. This is a ridiculous buy. And again, a small note. Valve, the price change of the Krieg did not change the value proposition. We're basically in the same place. 2 Kriegs and 2 Scouts in the second round after losing the pistol for Cloud9. Make it $4,000.
Oh, Ryan, this is going to be...
Oh, boy. There we go. 2 UMPs, a Scout, and an M4. It's almost a worse buy for Envy at this point. Very deep flashbang. Nifty. Can't make a fatal connection. Now, the bomb has crossed. They can plant for long. They've got the scope on the Kriegs. There's no smoke for Envy. If they can't take long, OC's on long at the moment with the Scout. So they've got a retake with flashes and a molly versus 2 Kriegs and 2 Scouts. I wish you the best of luck.
This Molotov might be everything if it lands on that default top base site, and it does. It pushes JT out. That's beautiful, but Sonic with that Krieg, it's just too strong. Now this 2v2 post plant. Oh, they're making this possible.
Oh, he could peek with the Krieg. That would be hilarious. Oh, he's just about to easy here, but he needs... Oh, he's come off the bomb. He would have had it. He would have had it. He had to hold. He had to hold. I don't think he had a kit.
He didn't have a kit.
He had to hold.
Why did he get off it?
Why did he come off the bomb?
Can we ask production to message?
Why did he release?
You know, I think Mihu maybe made him a little too nervous there.
But if he lets go, he can't win the rounds. He can't win the rounds.
Ooh.
His teammate was pushing down long as well to take the angle away. Successfully did that. That was a mishap, if you ask me. Very unfortunate. Most unfortunate for Envy. They are fighting for their lives in Flashpoint 1. One of the ways to flash that position. There is a left and right click over the box as well, which doesn't collide with anything. Don't ask me to line up. I don't remember. We've got 3 guys creeping on Cat. Calix tags. Speaking of creeping, Cloud9 are making their way out. OC goes for the repick with the bomb. Why has he done that? Why has he done that? He could have escaped. He could have ran away. Everyone's making terrible mistakes.
James, this is getting messy.
I can't believe he's done this. There's a cleanup, but I mean...
Oh,
The decision making, man. Let's get that coffee in the system. Let's get that focus.
slap yourself. Wake up. It's okay. Cloud9 have recovered the bomb. This is still a 3 versus 3. They've got all the armor. They've got all the weapons. It should certainly still be recoverable, but...
They don't have all the weapons because Mihu's creeping with the Galil, and there might be something for Moose to collect from a suicide as well. It's called suicide for a reason. Don't stand there with the bomb peeking 3 players on an anti-eco with a scout. You're going to die. They've got a numbers game. You've got the bomb. You lost the bomb. They've planted it anyway, and JT has position now, the shadow advantage, and maybe that Galil could have been used in the next round. I'm not sure that that was the play at that point, but 12-6 for Cloud9. They avert disaster. Don't let your opponent back into the game.
Oh, the money on Envy right now as well. This is a tough ask. They're just gonna half buy here with some pistols and armor and utility. Play it out like a gun round and try to get a stronger buy in the next round.
Why push a Galil why push a max 10 with a Galil at that point in the round? You're not going to win the round. Yeah. You've got a better weapon of the two. So what is to be gained there? I don't know. Because you could have used a Galil in this round. Well, we've got some matchmaking straps to smoke through middle doors and the push from the CTs. Oh no, Sonic's in trouble now. He can't defend the weapon. In fact, he's just got to try and fight for his own survival. So Krieg's being collected by Envy. Now, Cloud9 have long. The Krieg is towards B. I would move fast if I were you.
I think they're listening to you, James. You see them trying to cross that long A right now. Got JT and Floppy booking it, but now they
Oh my god, no. Oh my god, Mihu. Where are you going? You almost turned into a pierogi there. Now, if they lose one more player, hold on to the Krieg for dear life. Can't commit the Krieg here, and Moose does not appear to be doing that.
Sonic is on the hunt, though. Hopefully he plays this really well and doesn't give away this Krieg. Because at this point, that's all Envy wants.
Okay, Moose showing some presence in CT spawn, and Nifty's on the creep. Now, Sonic right-clicks. If he scopes, that'll be enough information for Nifty, who's... Oh, he's moonwalking now.
Oh, he knows.
Well, there's one Krieg for Envy at least. Moose has backed off towards the B bomb site. It is going to be a long road to try and tie the score here for Envy. CT side of Dust 2, 7-13 as they move into their first buy round. Less than ideal, putting it politely.
This round is going to be so huge for Envy. First gun round of the second half. We've got the op on Nifty. Now, he has been a little bit quiet in this series so far. This is going to be such a huge round for him. Individually, we've got Calyx. Dust 2 seems to be a map that he finds a lot of comfort in that middle with those fast flanks. So hopefully he finds that sort of success within this round, because it's just going to be so important for Envy to try to get themselves on the board.
We've passed 19 rounds and Floppy is still 3 for 8. It's almost like he's not really seeing anyone. He's just walking around, staring at the walls, inspecting the carpets hanging from the balconies on Dust 2. Miyu will quietly creep through middle doors. They'll see that JT has fallen back, so they've got the information. Ooh, nice. It hurts so much. Stings like an STI, so they say. Sonic moving up the catwalk. Let it go. Move on swiftly. Mihu moving towards the B A bomb site. Excuse me. Nifty with an angle in the AWP. Now Nifty's got no flashes, so if there was a long take here, which there won't be, Ryan would be in trouble. We've got Floppy lurking, maybe drawing plays in that direction. 50 seconds as Cloud9 start to move towards the A site from Cat. Calyx is almost threatening to go through these middle doors though on the radar. Nifty's waiting for that push to come in. Calyx is on the flank now. First scene, first hit. That flashbang was a disaster. That could have helped, but Cloud9, they've made it to the site. Here's that flank from Calyx. Smoke up, that will save them for a second. He burst and he missed his chance. Quick exchange, and it's a 3 versus 2 for Envy. Oh, he's caught with the Molotov. He's asking for so much. That leaves OC alone. 1v3 stuck in Gandalf. What do you call this position?
Gandalf. I'm holding my breath with you, James.
Down he goes. Envy get a much-needed 7th round on the board. 2 Kriegs taken into the next round as well.
That was a bit too much to ask of OC from that position to be able to win this round out. But, man, I think Envy should be feeling a little lucky to win that round out, because Cloud9 made it into that bomb site with with a lot of backup into that top A. But it was some nice shots. I'm glad to see Nifty once again with that AWP. Finding some looks, finding some frags. Those flashbangs didn't help his cause though.
Yeah. Not as bad as Scream Take Cheese though. 6 rounds now. Envy's got so much more to do. Floppy has made his way out for free. Got to be careful extending beyond that smoke. That would be a tough peak to come out on top of. So he'll go as far as a bit Floppy. Looking for kill number 4 in round 21. Sonic's been doing the heavy lifting with that AWP in the first half for sure. 24 for 13 now. So Cloud9 have long. They've got 3 players there. They've got a lurker in MOTM now, this time in lower tunnel, and a smoke up on the Xbox. Envy firmly in control of Cat. You'll hear these footsteps MOTM.
They've communicated this mid retake over to their mates at long. So they're just going. They're going to make it over to top A, but what a hold coming out of Envy. Nifty with the beautiful shot. Does he hit this one? Yes, he does.
They had a Molotov. He could have waited for the molly to force them from their position. Now the bomb's in an awkward spot, but the CTs will fall back. They're in a 5 versus 2. They can play it safe. No need to give up any 50-50s that aren't necessary. Use the numbers, abuse the numbers, and swing. Sonic's in trouble. He's on this site alone. He's got to hold CT and Cat. Everybody has the kit. There's Sonic taken out in isolation. Now what does Floppy do? Does he die on his Does he die on his sword?
He wins these, James.
Well, his vision's obscured by the scope now. There's a player by the car. He might go down for free. Takes 50 at the very least, and indeed, the scope will stop him seeing Moose, who will take him out, and Envy make it to 8. Despite the bomb plant, Cloud9 don't have money. That was a huge frag from Calyx, considering how much presence Envy. I mean, they basically retook it from Cat afterwards. So that was a really big opening kill.
Indeed it was, and Cloud9 are going to have to watch out here. You're going to need an answer for Nifty Zot because he's starting to come online. He's starting to pop off a lot of shots here. It's just those flashbang protocols on Dust 2. They're just so important to be able to successfully set up any sort of a post-plant scenario at top A. You've got to be able to push back that offer.
We're on fast forward in round 22. Cloud9 trying to charge up. Miyu playing the bait set up. The crossfire is here now. And it is elimination. Running for the borders, but denied by Ice. 3 in a row for Envy. 4 rounds behind. They've still got a lot of work to do. One slip up could be too many. Cloud9 will take the timeout as they come back for the bye. AK-47 coming out for MOTM. They're in the 4,000s, so we might see more AKs, less Kriegs to get more utility out for Cloud9.
Definitely. And no AWP on OC might be a little painful for him, especially because I think he's got the best spawn for long A. So it would be really ideal if he could have went for that long A peak here.
Cloud9 also like to jump out long, staring at the floor with plenty of flashbangs over the top, which multiple players are ready to do. We've seen it from, I think, Floppy earlier on in this half, so maybe it'll be OC's turn to do the same.
I think you're right. He's looking like he's going to go out long A right here.
Oh, he's a flip knife Crimson Web connoisseur as well. Like to see it. Will he be staring at the floor? Big question. There it is. There's the floor. Oh, very nice. Spots Calyx. He's got the spray. Calyx is victimized on long. Miyu goes for... He tries to help, tries to do something, but now Envy are in such a bad position. 5 versus 3 immediately again. One slip up might be one too many. Now you can stand on the barrel just to Sonic's right to Molotov car without looking at it. Jump on the barrel, aim with a key lock on that door you see, and jump throw, just like that. Now Ryan's position will be known with the smoke. Cloud9 have got the time to wait. OC's been taken out on ramp in the meantime. Moose in lower tunnel, and Cloud9 are exiting the premises. I wonder if Envy are reading this now. They're being proactive and moving towards Cat and CT spawn, but there's no one to see the cross.
Oh, Moose knows.
Now Moose, he could drop a smoke here if he gets the sound cues.
Oh no.
Oh, the creep.
The timing.
I know, it's unreal, isn't it? It's so brutal.
Okay, well, Envy's going to have no idea. They're going to try to retake long A here. Envy are retaking long A.
They've got no sound cues whatsoever. Oh no.
Okay, now they know. Now they
Well, they have 2 incendiaries. But do they really want to rotate all the way back towards? They're still creeping, despite this. Maybe, I mean, it could be one guy towards B lurking, but now they've got the
Now they
information.
know.
And surely their positions are they're so bad that going for the retake would be madness. But here we are. Moose is making his way through T-spawn. He is miles away.
You know, I think they're going to go for it. They've got so much money.
They've got mollies, which is really important. They can stick one under the window exactly where JT is. They can molly the car as well. But it could be so expensive if they lose what they have. So they've closed in on the positions, but it looks like they'll just go for the exits instead. Moose keeps creeping forwards, and it'll just all walk to their doom, apparently. It was by the time they start pushing it, it's too late to defuse the bomb.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe they're trying to peek while the T's are exiting the bomb site. Either way, they just lost a hell of a lot of money. Which, I mean, yeah, they've got money now, but 1 round later they won't have cash. So, I mean, playing the long game, there might be an argument to hold on to the money there, considering how few rounds they have to lose.
It's definitely a strong argument to make, you know. I think in that moment, Envy were probably like, they didn't want to look so bamboozled because they got so faked out and tried to retake that long. And like, you might as well go for it, I guess. But you're right. I think in hindsight, they'll have realized that they should have saved those weapons.
Because if this round goes wrong, I mean, they weren't going to win that round.
Yeah.
So if this round goes south, what will they be left with versus what they could have been left with? Yeah.
Scraps.
Yeah. But then, yeah. I don't think they're in the position to... Like, if the score was the other way around, then sure. But we'll see. We shall see. Their loss bonus is super low as well. It's not great. Not a great situation for Envy. Again, fighting for their lives in Flashpoint 1. There's a spray from JT. But he will fall to the flames. Mihu on that KBBQ, giving Envy a 1-man lead early. Nice turnaround on long to the round prior. They've abandoned long after that as well. You could say it's an extra man. You'd expect one to be in a pit or something, but no. They'll be all the forces elsewhere, expecting Cloud9 to go for something else. Delayed by mollies and incendiaries. There's a lot of personnel here, though. What's this pop flash going to be like? Oh dear, Nifty could be in trouble when it comes to swing, but there's no kill from Floppy. He will trace the kill. Now we've got a 3-on-2 with no position towards A for Envy. Sonic needs to start rotating, though. Take the duel with Calix and lose, leaving OC alone.
Wow, that round went a lot better for Envy than I anticipated. I thought it was about to be a mow down. But let's see, OC in this 1 versus 3. This is actually very doable. Move out of that Molotov. Oh.
Yeah, almost a palm tree flash, but not quite.
Oh.
So there is a flash which they don't see coming if you take a second to line it up, like a left and right click. If you take a step backwards and throw it high behind the palm tree, they can't see it, but it will go off in their faces. But he doesn't have the time to do that because he's exposed to long, so it is what it is. And what it is 10 rounds for Envy. Finding success on their CT side, just like Cloud9.
10 rounds.
Always a defuse as well,
clawing
almost.
their way back, yeah.
So many diffuses. So Cloud9 are getting to a certain point and then getting blasted. Well, now that money from the round prior doesn't matter so much. Cloud9, despite planting the bomb, it's a little ropey for them. Both lost bonuses were in the bin. Cloud9's is now rising. We've got a Galil and Kevlar and a helmet for MOTM.
Oh.
A rare chance early. Through the doors, one must be careful with these risks, especially when you still have 4 rounds to claw back. Calix will be towards B, looking towards mid doors with Mihu and CT spawn. So there's a crossfire. Calix maybe inviting players to hunt with the angle he's showing. Nifty, of course, towards the A bomb site with the AWP, and Floppy still lurking long. Cloud9 now, still with 2 smoke grenades, taking some jaws through mid, but that can be risky. Now, will they expect Mihu to be in CT spawn? They'll deploy a smoke grenade, but Oh, he's going to avoid the flashbang at least, but take one in the face immediately from Floppy. Still trying to catch up 6 for 12 Floppy, but that's an impact frag for sure.
Oh, and Cloud9 are playing this so well, keeping Envy guessing. But Ryan, this is a huge moment from the step up, and he only gets 1 for 1. Nifty did get into position at this car, though.
Yeah, that was a great play from OC. The right swing, the crouch picks Floppy again with the headshots. He is ready to deliver these kills, looking to take Cloud9 to match point. Nice snap from Moose. Gets MOTM off the bomb as well. 20 seconds and bombard pressure. But there's a frag for Cloud9. They make it to match point just about on an eco round, no less. On Dust 2, no less.
Winning out that 1 versus 1 just with a couple of jiggles. Man
of the moment.
Yes, I love it.
Monsieur of the moment.
That was a nice play, actually, just kind of jiggling him left and right. And what a moment for him to step up, too, and just win out that round.
Yeah, but props to Floppy and OC. OC with that swing on Cat as well. I thought he would be going down and his teammate would be trading the frag. That's what's supposed to happen. But crouch peaks there. Just blast that cannon, baby. So there's a few match points for Cloud9. And again, the money for Envy is at breaking point. We've got the FAMASs coming out to get some grenades. Maybe they had to get the FAMASs anyway. Moose certainly did. So, excuse me, this is a rough spot.
This is a rough spot. And this goes back to your point once again, James, where those 2 rifles and 1 AWP, where if they took a moment to maybe think of the later rounds, they'd have a lot more better buy here. Yeah,
I think a conservative play there was the one to be had. So far away, numbers down and so on. But there we go. They would have had some better junk to throw at their opponent here. Also, it looks away. A triple dink from Mihu. And that's the opening Envy needed, but there's an instant response from Cloud9. Moving up long very quickly indeed. Now, there could be some flashes from CT Spawn here, I think. Definitely some nuisance incendiaries. Ryan, though, his helmet can be spotted. Mihu's here, but he can't get a multi-frag. JT takes position now on the bomb site. Molly's being thrown on Cat. Oh, MOTM.
What a goblin angle from Nifty, though.
Yeah, it's outrageous, especially with the Molly. False sense of security. That gives Envy a man advantage on the retake. They've got no kit. They've got a smoke. OC has an angle. Spots a knee, but can he find the actual kill? Being baited now by Moose, but a P250 to finish him off won't be enough. Nifty can get the upgrade of the AWP, while Calyx gets a 10-second defuse in. A fast opening frag from Envy, and they've made it to 11.
Oh, that was so close. I think if OC pulls out his sidearm a little bit faster there without the hesitation, he might have a chance for that second kill top A, but nicely played once again here from Envy. That goblin angle from Nifty with that scout, that
nasty.
Cat, it really started it all out.
Every round by Envy has been won by defuse on this second half. I note Moose has Julies. 2-1-2 set up for Envy, but Cloud9 are making inroads towards the B bomb site and running into grenades as well. And there's the Krieg on B. We love to see it. Nifty, very patient with that shot. Nicely done. OC now will get instantly traded as fast as you like. Envy lose only 1. And now the pressure starts to mount for Cloud9. Envy are 3 rounds away. Again, Envy need this. Cloud9 don't necessarily, but Envy must win this match.
I would say, you know, this is a must-win match for both of these guys because Cloud9, as they move further along, the competition is just going to get more and more tough. And it seems like this is one of those issues Cloud9 are facing once again in this series, is closing out a series. So this round right here, this is going to be huge for Cloud9 to be able to close it out. Oh, then that's a nice way to start it out.
Indeed. Taking the blind spot of Cat away by jumping on the suicide boxes. Catch that fast CT boost in motion. So, indeed, an early 5 versus 4 for Cloud9. Now, how can Envy respond to this? They've got the boost, the stack. One of the classic strats from Dust 2. Now, those footsteps are very telling. JT should know there are 2 players in that position, and they were boosting. But what does it mean for the rest of the map? 2 players unknown. Nifty jump peeking on Cat. And Ryan will be left in situ while Nifty heads towards CT spawn. Maybe fearing a mid to B split. 50 seconds on the clock. Cloud9 will show some presence towards that cat area. That invites Ryan back into situ. Now, Floppy's made his way out to long. The bomb is being lost top mid. That'll help, but a 4 versus 3 may be more favorable to Cloud9, but time is starting to run low. There are 2 CTs in position. Oh my god, Calix has missed a great opportunity. Nifty has to keep eyes on this bomb just in front of Suicide. There are 24 seconds for the bomb to be collected. That smoke helps take it away. Now what to do? They don't have any information towards the A bomb site, but surely the bomb is going there. Moose has a HE, which probably won't help towards the A bomb site. Nifty, that's such a big frag for them. That gives them a chance. JT's made his way towards long now. 7 seconds to plant the bomb. There's a HE. They could even boost and try and find something. Moose taken out, which leaves Nifty in the worst possible position against match point for Cloud9. In a match they have to win.
He had some airtime there.
He did.
Wow.
But he got nothing from it. Surely it's all but guaranteed. They come to the swing, the instant trade. Cloud9 take the series and send Envy packing from Flashpoint 1. Whew.
Wow. That got dicey for Cloud9. I didn't know if they were going to be able to plant that bomb or not.
Yeah, that was really, really scary. Down to the wire, but they do come out victorious. Commiserations to Envy. At least the hoodies are nice. Thoughts of the guys on the couch after the break?